Good evening. For my project this semester in curriculum design, I did the Responsible Recycling Standards, which is also known as the R2 standard. I chose to do this project because currently my place of employment is seeking an R2 certification. We buy, sell, and recycle used computer products, and this pretty much getting this certification is going to open us up to a higher level of clientele. So the overview for this project, the purpose is to train and equip the company staff with the necessary knowledge to pass the R2 certification audit. So although I'm doing this currently as a project for curriculum design, I'm simultaneously running a training program to train and instruct the employees at my current place of employment. So this project is kind of killing two birds with one stone. My target audience, of course, is my current staff members. The objectives for this training program is for that employees will demonstrate knowledge of basic R2 standards as measured by 90% accuracy on post-training exam. So after employees are trained on all modules and all documentation, they will complete a post-training exam that they have to have a 90% accuracy on. If they don't achieve that, they'll have to review the material again and keep testing until they reach 90%. The second objective is for the employees to develop and implement new procedures within their department according to R2 standards. We currently have a sales department, we have an eBay department, we have a dismantling department, a computer tech department, and shipping and receiving. And so each of those areas have their own set of policies and procedures as it pertains to the R2 certification. So not only will employees have to be trained on the overall R2 standard procedures, but there are department specific procedures and policies that they will also have to be trained and tested on as well. And finally, the final objective is employees will display a readiness for the final audit through a 90-day internal conformance and compliance trial. And so once all employees have been trained and they've received departmental training and we've made any adjustments to the policies and procedures or to their daily activities, once we've made all of those adjustments, we will begin an internal audit that will last 90 days where we will be logging and documenting all information as it pertains to the new standards and the new procedures that we have implemented. So the implementation process will kind of look similar to this. We've spread it out over 9 weeks, and we've basically divided the modules based upon the length. You notice on some of the weeks, such as week 6, 7, 8, and 9, those are broken up for the departmental training. So that way we can spend that week focusing solely on that specific department. But in weeks 1 through 5, we'll be going over the basic policies and procedures of the R2 standard, and we've kind of divided those up based on the length. Some of the weeks, like week 2 and 3, that have 2 standards that we'll be going over, those are much longer, much more extensive standards, and so that's why we only have 2 on some of those. But if all goes well, we should be finished and complete with the training after 9 weeks. So some of my reflections for this course and for this project more specifically, one of my main takeaways is I put on the presentation that there's more than one way to skin a cat, which basically I've learned that there's many ways to design curriculum. There's many ways to teach adults. It just pretty much depends on what information you're presenting, what you're teaching, the audience you're teaching, and so and depending upon those factors, there's a number of ways you can choose from to present curriculum or to present training, if you will, in this instance. Application. I plan to use this information after receiving my master's. I plan to go on to obtain my doctorate in organizational leadership with an emphasis in healthcare administration. I currently have a nursing degree, and so I would like to tie in my adult education into the nursing field, into the healthcare field as well. And so I plan to use much of the curriculum design that I've used in possibly teaching nursing staff, nursing education, and also with patient education. So this course has been very helpful in evaluating curriculum and creating curriculum and just using different models to present information. The end.